Hi, and welcome to another Advisicon Academy webinar. Today, we are going to be looking into how we can customize our team's experience with PowerApps. My name is Steven Jackson. I'm a lead developer here at Advisicon. And while at Advisicon, I've been able to do all kinds of extraordinary things, both with the Power Platform, customized applications, C# applications, interop applications, all kinds of things. I create solutions for businesses in order to make their processes more efficient, make things work better so they can get to what they really need to get to and see what they really need to see in a much more timely manner. On today's agenda, what we're actually going to be doing is first looking at Microsoft Teams, what it can do, what it can help you out with. We're then going to move into the Power Platform, and then we're going to focus a lot more on PowerApps. After that, we're going to show how we can integrate PowerApps into our teams and see a little bit of how, with that integration, we can make a process a little bit more efficient. We're going to wrap all that up with looking at how we can take that efficiency and push it even further with the rest of the Power Platform and how that can integrate with Teams as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Microsoft Teams is a great communication tool. With Microsoft Teams, we're able to do a lot of different things, like communicate with our peers, which is the primary function. When we communicate with the peers, we can do anything from video chats to message to voice chats to sharing our screen to doing live events. We can collaborate with our peers and see other people interacting with a Word project or Excel project. So multiple people can be editing and showing what they're doing all at the same time. The greatest thing about Microsoft Teams is it's not just for the business individual, but it's also for the lay person as well, and it's free to everyone. With Microsoft Teams, we can also install apps to make the efficiency of what we're doing a lot more. We can do everything from installing apps from customized solutions all the way to businesses that you might know, like Adobe, SurveyMonkey, Asana, GitHub, and probably most importantly, other Microsoft tools that are in our wheelhouse. And let's go ahead and get started with that. The Power Platform is a platform of different apps that can streamline and make processes a lot more easy to use. But more importantly, the Power Platform allows anyone to come in and do things that used to be something that you would have to have an IT person or a developer do. And Microsoft's made this process a lot easier that you're actually able to do these things that once were unknown to everyone, to where any individual can come in and create something in just a matter of hours. The Power Platform includes three different things. We've got Power Automate, Power BI, and Power Apps. Power Automate is a great tool that allows us to integrate between different things and allow us to create a flow of items that will allow a program to kick off different elements. Power BI is a reporting tool that we can put information in and see that displayed. And most importantly, what we're going to be looking at today is Power Apps. With Power Apps, we're able to actually create small applications that have very low code to them that almost anyone can build. As a matter of fact, you can go in, build a Power App for your very first time, and it probably would only take you a couple of hours to do. So it's quick to use, it's easy to learn, and it's something that we're actually able to utilize in major ways that will make what we do happen quicker and with less fuss, because we're able to kick things off in a more efficient way. So why don't we go ahead and look at Power Apps in the website. Power Apps is a great tool. Power Apps has actually three different ways that we can create an app. The first one is creating a canvas from blank. We can also do model-driven applications, or we can create a portal. Now, the difference of these is pretty simple. A canvas from blank is basically just a blank canvas that you can put anything you want. You can put your data in there and then drive everything you're going from that data, and you can have different data sources as well. The model-driven app is more of a tool that gets you started when you already have a database or source that you're wanting to use. So say you have a SQL database and you're wanting to have some user interaction with that SQL database, plugging in numbers or changing an aspect or feature of your ongoing business. Maybe it has to do with reporting or whatever. With the model-driven app, it gives you that step up a little bit closer to where you already need to be and allow you to create that Power App in an easy way that's based on that model. The portal from Blank is actually kind of a mixture of the two. It's a way that you can actually make a website that has interactions for a user that they can utilize as well. In PowerApps, we have a lot of different connections that we can utilize. We can get data from Microsoft's Common Data Service. We can get it from SharePoint, Excel, SQL servers. There's also a lot of custom connectors in there as well, like Azure DevOps, which is one of the ways that we're going to be looking at we're going to be looking at the app today. So why don't we go ahead and get into it and look at Microsoft Teams. As you can see here, Microsoft Teams has a lot of different apps that we can add, and there's a lot of different ways that we can go about this. But with Microsoft, one of the things that can happen if you aren't familiar with the integration is that sometimes what ends up happening is you start to go from one app to another, to another, to another, and then the thing that should be really helping you out is taking you a little bit longer because you have to move from one place to another every other second, trying to get a feel for where for just a small task that you're actually wanting to do. Microsoft Teams has been able to reduce that down in a way of making it a one-stop shop of everything that you need. Not only can you have chat conversations with your peers and your people either inside or outside of your company, but you can also create teams as well that allow you to set up divisions where people can communicate about a certain project, about certain aspects of the company. Maybe you have something for accounting or your products division, or maybe you have project managers that need to talk. However you want to do it, Teams is there to help you. But Teams actually has been able to make things go just one step further with everything that we do. So for our business case, for Advisicon, one of the things that we do for clients is we create apps and products and other things that aren't just for clients, but are also internal as well. And sometimes with those internal products, those solutions that we create, bugs do happen. It's just a everyday life of developers. You'll have a bug that comes through that you need to solve. And what will typically happen for us is that when you have a bug that will come through, it will reach our desk, we'll get an email about it, then we have to go look at it, and then we have to go and put it into DevOps, and then from DevOps, we have to then get it out to whoever we need to get it, put it into the iteration, and then communicate with the people. And so it ends up being this large process. So what we've done is created a way for us to go from getting in a bug and creating that bug and putting it into DevOps. So what I can do is actually come into our PowerApps, and I have a bug screen that I actually can utilize. With this bug screen, I can go ahead and add a title. I can use the areas that are in DevOps because this is connected to DevOps. I can find areas that I might want to use and select that area. I can select the iterations that the iteration that we need the bug to be a part of. And then on top of that, we can even actually select resources, the resource that would be needed to actually solve that bug. And then we can give it priority, severity, estimated hours, give it a description, and replication of steps. But here's the thing with creating it this way. I get in an email or I get something that comes in, and then I have to come to PowerApps and do it. And then I have to go from PowerApps to DevOps to maybe see the things that are going on. Luckily, Teams makes this a lot easier. With Teams, what we can actually do is come into Teams. There's a little plus. Go to the plus sign. We can find our PowerApps. It will come up. It'll ask what PowerApp that we actually want to add. I'm going to go ahead and choose this DevOps bug, hit save. And from here, I can actually go ahead and start typing out what I need to do and creating this bug from whatever comes in. I can leave this spot, that DevOps tab stays where it is. I can always go back to this if I have a team. But what if I have this and it's not just one team? Maybe I have teams for different projects and each project has its own channel. And then one of those channels has a reported bug. I wouldn't want to come in and add this one tab to every single team all at the same time. So instead, one of the things I can actually do is come to the ellipses on the left, and I can actually add apps from here. Now there's a specific way to do that because I can't just go to PowerApps. From the screen from PowerApps, it actually doesn't add a PowerApp the same way. We're going to actually have to add a PowerApp a different way if we want to go about doing it on the left. So instead, what we're going to do is go back to the PowerApp screen. We're going to go to the PowerApp, and we're going to find the actual PowerApp that we want to use, and we're going to add it to Teams. What this is actually going to then do is it's going to create a package that will download to our computer that we then can upload to Teams. Now, the greatest thing about this is actually the fact that this will work on any system. If after you, when you get this installed, you can do this on the iOS, you can do this on Windows. You can install Teams on your phone, and PowerApps actually does work on phone device as well. So multi-range of ways that we can do that. So from here, to add the PowerApp, the customized PowerApp, we're going to go to More Apps. We're going to go down and select Upload a Custom App. We're going to select the current app that we need. Go ahead and click Add. And as you can see, the view is basically the same as the view that we had before. We actually have a create button that's here that we can actually press later and get it going. So as you can see, there's a couple of different ways we can do this. The benefit of having the tab in the team is maybe you only have one place where you want that Power App to be, or we can also have the Power App on the side and then put this here. We can pin it if we want to as well, so it never leaves that area. So the way that this actually works is pretty great. So we can, for us, what we've actually done is created a way that when we get a bug and a bug comes into our email system, we can actually set up Power Automate to grab that email that we get and send that email to this team. And when that email comes into this team, it can then ping whoever is a part of it and make it to where we get it. So for example, we just got this bug that just came in, and we can see that it's for the project planner bug. So from here, I can actually click on the tab, or I can come over and click on the app that's on the left side. Just ends up being whichever one that works out best for you. In this particular case, what I'm going to do is see what I have here, and I'm going to go ahead and take this. I see it's the project planner bug. Bug has been reported on the Graph Planner API. I'm kind of familiar with that one, so I'm going to go to the DevOps bug add, and I'm going to go ahead and start to create this out. So it's a Graph API planner failure on plans. The area, I'm going to go ahead and look for our product of Project Planner app. I know it's going to be in our current iteration. With PowerApps, we can go ahead and do a search. So I can actually do 2020 11, and it would be this week that we're on. I can find a resource. I'm just going to go ahead and put myself on that because I know what I'm going to need to do. The priority here, if you remember when we did it before, It did say it was somewhat urgent, so we're going to go ahead and put it on a 1 priority with a high severity. And then I'm going to estimate that there's only going to be about 5 hours. From here, we're going to go ahead and put a description, say the Graph API is failing on level 2 or level 1 plans and not allowing sync from project desktop. So the way that this tool actually works that we're talking about here is it's a project desktop app add-in that allows for the different levels of a project to be connected to Microsoft Planner. So basically what's happening is on that level 1, when a level 1 task is selected, we're going to actually replicate these steps. So select a level 1 task. We're going to then say open planner task pane, failure after clicking the sync button. And then we can go ahead and click create. Okay, we'll see that it's saved. Go ahead and goes away. And what we can then do is come back to posts. And what we know then is that from the PowerApp, we were able to take that PowerApp and submit that bug. That bug is now in DevOps. We can have that bug in DevOps and it's there, and we can then assign it how we see fit in DevOps. But from there, maybe we need to know a little bit more in terms of the reported bugs. Maybe we need it to go just a little bit further because we want to see some reporting on that. So what we can do from this stage is we can actually take this even one more step further. The step further that we can go with it is I can, from here, I can add another app. And so this time what I'm going to do is we've created a custom tooling with Power BI. So we're going to open up Power BI. And we're going to go to a specific Power BI, there it is, dashboard that we've created. And from here, what we can do is we can now see in DevOps a reporting structure and how things are going in terms of the iteration of tasks that we have per person, the forecasting of tasks in the future. We can see how many hours or work has been assigned to different individuals, where that work is based on in terms of project type. And then on top of that, we can actually look over and see how that work is assigned per iteration path as we go. And so we have a legend here. So what's nice about this and what's nice about this integration with Teams is not only am I able to have posts about a bug that we can then in Teams discuss with other people, we can include others in this discussion and be able to say, hey, does anyone know about this bug, or does anyone know what's going on, and get some conversation going about it. But now what we can also do is use that PowerApps plugin in order to create a bug, to get that bug out into DevOps quickly and efficiently, so that we can get it on people's radar, that we can get it going and get it fixed and solved as quick as possible. But on top of that, we can keep that Power Platform integration going with bringing in Power BI and being able to create a report that mimics what we want to see in DevOps, and then be able to utilize this information in terms of giving out tasks and giving out work or otherwise. This integration works out great with other things, with other people. And again, we can do that in a team setting or even in a DevOps setting. So just as a recap, Microsoft Teams can interact with the Power Platform, the Power Platform being Microsoft Flow, Microsoft Power Automate, PowerApps, and Power BI. Power BI is the reporting tool. PowerApps are custom applications that allow for user interaction. And Power Automate is a self-hosting way of performing tasks without any interaction. They can be run on schedules, they can be run on certain events that happen. What we saw here is a Power Automate that was able to take in an email and send it to our team. We were then able to add a Power App to the team that we were able to implement a bug. In order to do that, all we had to do is click on the plus button, find Power Apps, and click the particular Power App that we wanted to use. If we so wanted to, instead of using the Power App from here, we could also add a Power App from the side. In order to do that, we needed to go to the Power App website and click Add to Teams from the ellipses, and then go ahead and upload it in order to get the Power App on this side. From there, we were able to add that bug, and then we were even able to create a Power BI function by adding another tab from Power Automate from the Power Platform in order to see the reporting of what is going on in our DevOps fields. So with that, you can see how you would be able to do an integration with Teams in the Power Platform, especially with Power Apps. This will allow you to run things a lot more efficiently, a lot more smoothly. And the most important thing is we're here to help. If you need any help with any of these items, if you need help creating a Power App, if you need some help creating a flow or even a dashboard in Power BI, Advisocon's here to help you with whatever that need might be, even if it's custom solutions. Power Platform is a strong tool that you're able to use in order to make everything work for you in a smooth and efficient manner. I'd like to thank everyone for watching today. Thank you for participating in this. If you have any questions, please let us know, and have a wonderful day.